I'm so confused. I don't understand anything. I'm gonna give this a 1 out of 10. This is not a dream within a dream. I really like this project. Let's name it Project Amalgamation. Falls in love with her tutor. Jail. Hi everyone. Today I am reading my past writings. I was looking through my past documents when I was trying to clean my laptop and, get rid of unnecessary documents. But what I found was that I did a lot of writing when I was younger, and I thought it would be fun to read what I wrote. In the meantime, I will also give you a sneak peek to Honorable Guilt, so I can show you how much my writing has progressed during this time. I have a total of 4 documents that I downloaded. This is called The Perfect World, and I remember writing this when it was the pandemic, and I was really annoyed at people. I was, in my emo poetic era, and I wrote a sort of diary, but like poetic. It's not even poem. It's not even poetry, and it's sort of nonfiction. It's 488 words. The perfect world. A perfect world would be a place where everyone is treated equally, where people from different genders, skin colors, religions, languages, cultures, and ethnicities can live in peace, where violence, racism, sexism, and more aren't a real thing, where clothes don't have a gender and anyone can wear whatever they wanted without fearing that they will get judged, where black people don't get murdered for being black, where women don't get murdered for being women, where pedophiles don't exist, where any women, no matter their age, can feel safe walking down the streets. A perfect world is where religious people feel safe posting about God in social media without getting comments of atheists telling that God isn't real, stop forcing your religion, if God is real, why did so many people die? A place where people who speak a different language don't get told to go back to their country, where people who like a certain type of music don't get judged or told that they are cringy. The perfect world is where women don't get judged for not wanting kids, where people who want to become an actress don't get told that they are useless or will starve, where people who dream of becoming artists don't get told that it's useless and they will waste their life, where women don't get judged for their body. Why do women need to have big boobs, big lips, hips, good legs, not be too tall, and be skinny in order to be the perfect woman? And men can dress normal, have no hips, have no muscles, wear no makeup, and not get judged for it. I dream of a perfect world like this, where everyone is happy, open-minded, and no one harms others. The perfect world, I would love to see it. Until the perfect world exists, I won't be here to see it. I will not get to see the perfect world until everyone starts caring about the world and becomes tolerant. I hope my dreams become true one day so others can live in peace. Damn. Oh. See, that was really poetic. None of it's poetic, but very reflective. I definitely told the truth, by the way. That's great, actually. And overall, the message is don't judge others. Just mind your own business, honestly. I think that's the message that I was trying to write. I don't know why I wrote it. I'm pretty sure I got annoyed at something for me to even write that. I write a lot, to express myself. So I think I'm gonna give it like a 7 out of 10. I didn't really find it entertaining, but I feel like I understood the message. Though there were a lot of grammatical errors. You know what? I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. It sounds too dramatic. I think I'm gonna give it a 6 for all the grammatical errors. So that's The Perfect World. Let's see the next one. This one is called Creative Writing Assignment. So I'm guessing this is like schoolwork, and this I actually know when I wrote it, this was 9th grade, so I was either 14 or 15. So let me read you what I had to do. Creative writing assignment. Write a 350 plus word story. You may choose one of the story starters below to start your story. You may also start your story your own way if you prefer. Have fun. And the prompts are: today seemed like the perfect day until the aliens were all around us. They looked like no one was more surprised than I was when the dog began to talk. The 4th one is: I couldn't believe I had washed up on a desert island. Luckily, I still had I chose the first one, which is: today seems like the perfect day until... Let me read it then. Today seemed like the perfect day until I realized that I had a French exam I didn't study for. The exam was going to cover all the topics that the teacher sent us on our emails, so we had to give her our accounts to receive the topics we needed to study. I didn't realize I misspelled the first word of my email and gave her the wrong one. Today is Thursday, and I thought the exam was going to be tomorrow, Friday. So I woke up later than usual and saw that I had missed my exam. Everything was going very well. I woke up, talked to my family, had a big and delicious breakfast, saw a live stream of my favorite music band, and then checked my messages only to find a message written by the teacher that I didn't submit the exam on time. I had to tell her that I didn't receive the topic list and that I thought the exam was going to be tomorrow. Fortunately, she understood and gave me time to complete my exam. After finishing my exam, I received it and ended up getting a 9 out of 10. I thought it was a great score for what happened earlier, and celebrated by eating a sweet dessert my sister made. Then I had to study for my upcoming exam, which was for chemistry. This time I didn't fall asleep and studied everything on time. I heard music albums and saw funny videos before the day was over. Fortunately, I didn't fall asleep when I had my oral French exam, since the teacher would see me sleeping. Suddenly, I was feeling very cold and realized it started to rain. I went to my living room and watched the droplets of water fall in different patterns on my window. The rain was turning white and it started snowing. It never snows in Mexico. Why is this happening? I went to tell my parents when suddenly the lights went out and I realized I was alone. There was no one in my apartment. I went for my phone and saw the time only to realize I couldn't read anything. Suddenly, I heard an alarm. It was very loud and distracting. I went to check where it came from, and then I woke up. I lifted my head and saw that my alarm had the message, French exam in 5 minutes. I fell asleep while studying for my French exam. I didn't miss anything and nothing bad happened. Fortunately, I have time to log in and complete everything. I heard another alarm. Please tell me this is not a dream within a dream. It's not, right? What? I'm so confused. I don't understand anything. I'm gonna give this a 1 out of 10. What did I just write? Please tell me I did not get a 10 for this assignment. So, from context clues, I know that I was 15 when I wrote this story. So 5 years ago, my writing was this bad. I don't even know what to tell you. It's so bad. I don't understand anything. It's like a dream within a dream. I think it's a dream within a dream because I was obsessed with the movie Inception by Christopher Nolan. I loved that movie when I was 15. I was obsessed with it, even though I only watched it once in my entire life. And I was obsessed with that movie. I loved it so much. I can see that I got inspired by that movie, but at the same time, I'm so confused. I don't get it. Like, it didn't even seem like the perfect date. Like, I didn't even follow the story makes no sense because I'm following the prompt, right? It says, today seemed like the perfect day until I realized that I had a French exam I didn't study for. But then I go on and I say that today, Thursday, I thought the exam was going to be tomorrow, but then I missed my exam. I told my teacher that I thought it was going to be the next day. She let me complete my exam, but then I was studying for chemistry, and then I had another French exam, but this was oral French exam. Then I fell asleep and the water turned into snow, and then I woke up and it said French exam in 5 minutes, but I fell asleep while studying for my French exam.
Bonjour.
But I already took my French exam, and then I heard another alarm and it says, please tell me this is not a dream within a dream. What? So I missed my French exam. And then I told the teacher, hey, I thought it was going to be tomorrow. She let me do the French exam. I got a good score. And then I had to do another exam for chemistry. But I never mentioned chemistry after that ever again. And then I don't want to fall asleep because I'm studying for my oral French exam. And then I do fall asleep and I wake up and it's raining and I'm alone. And then the rain turns into snow. But I'm like, wait, it doesn't snow here. And then I wake up again, and then it says that it's my exam in 5 minutes, but I already completed my French exam. And then I hear another alarm. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I was trying to say. I'm gonna give this a 1. 1 out of 10. Terrible. Boo. You all have to be grateful that at that age, I didn't want to be a writer. Okay, this is the final document that I downloaded. This one is called Writing Quarantine. So I was 15 when I wrote this. So you already know my 15-year-old self has no talent in writing. I'm so sorry. And it seems like this is sort of a it seems like it's a brainstorm of an idea that I had. So let's start reading it. It says, Nora is a oh, never mind. I know what's happening. When I was at this age, I really had the urge to write for no reason. And then I searched for different prompts in this page. I don't remember what online page I searched in, but I do remember that they gave like these really long prompts with the names of the characters and like the setting and everything. So this is what I did. So this is the prompt that I wrote. Well, that was written for me, and then I just continued the story like that. It says, Nora is a firefighter from Sarasota who falls in love with her tutor. jail. The two are separated when the tutor catches the flu and has to stay at the home of strangers who become her friends. It turns out the entire plot has been in Nora's imagination. Okay, so that's like the first idea. Then the second idea is Matthew is a golfer from Bridgend who falls in love with his golf caddy. The two are separated when the golf caddy goes away to war. Turns out Matthew has been in jail all along and is writing a story about an alternative life. The third idea is Natalia is a presenter from Ecuador who falls in love with her best friend. The two are separated when the best friend goes away to war. Turns out the entire plot has been in Natalia's imagination. And it looks like this is the same story. It looks like I combined both stories into one. And it looks like I actually stayed with that story. So let's see what I had to say. It says, Natalia. At 17, she graduates. She skipped 2nd grade. Super smart. Then Lucas, 17, turning 18. Turns 18 1 month before graduating. The character's race isn't defined. It's neutral. Whoever reads this can imagine the characters as the race they want. Name, Natalia. First last name, Salazar. Second last name, Flores. Full name, Natalia Salazar Flores. Natalia is Latina and Hispanic. Her nationality and origin will not be changed. She knows Spanish and English. Natalia is bilingual. She got created to break all these stereotypes that are forced in Hollywood about Latinos. She can speak English very well. It's her second language, but she is fluent in both English and Spanish. Natalia is from Ecuador. She is Ecuadorian. Lucas is from Brazil. Full name, Lucas Ribeiro Alegretti. And then it looks like I gave up with the writing idea because I also wrote this. Or you can also write about your life during quarantine. Ideas for that idea. Watch news of virus in China, be with friends and tell them that it's not going to happen here in the country. You say bye, see you next Tuesday, only for quarantine to start. Start online classes. Show last weeks of August and show how you got into BTS. Week of May 6th. May 6th, you declare yourself as an army. Hi everyone. So I'm editing the video right now and I can see that what I'm saying can be confusing to some people. When I was a BTS fan, I thought it was going to be very important to write down the date when I started following them and became a fan. And I don't really know why I used the word declared, but I just used it because I was being dramatic. But what I'm trying to say is that BTS is a K-pop group and they are very famous and their fandom is referred to as ARMY. So if you're confused as to what I meant by saying ARMY, it just means that I became their fan and that's it. So that ends on June, you rewatched The Umbrella Academy, then July watching Second. Okay, so that last part made absolutely no sense, but you can see that I was a BTS army. I was such a fan of BTS back then, and I loved them so much that I thought it was going to be a good idea to write a story of how I got into BTS. Yeah, so I was obsessed with The Umbrella Academy and BTS so much that I thought that I was gonna write a story about those things. I don't understand the second part of what I wrote. These are just ideas. Those are all of the writings that I found in the past. I'm gonna read to you my current writing so we can show that there has been progress during these 5 years. So I'm gonna go and read some of Honorable Guilt without giving too much spoilers of what it is about. But you know what? I actually have more than one project, so maybe I will read to you more than one of the projects that I have. Let me read to you first Honorable Guilt, and then I will read to you the other projects that I have. Someone keeps texting me. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna reveal the names yet of the characters. The first chapter of Honorable Guilt, it says, slowly, she turned around her trembling hands to analyze her bruised knuckles, feeling the soreness on her bones as her breathing slowed down. Snapping back into reality, stood in the quiet hallway while she looked around at the blurry, cowering figures of her classmates, all frozen in place as they stared at the unconscious, yet breathing, body on the floor. Yeah, that's the beginning. So hopefully you liked that beginning. Okay, so this one, I'm not gonna reveal the title of this one yet, but this one is one of my favorites, actually. I really like this project. Let's name it Project Project Amalgamation. This one is actually narrated in first person. It's very different from what I've written before, but I felt like it made sense to write first person in this one. Project Amalgamation. This is from the first chapter. I know I had worked hard for all of this, yet it hadn't been enough for Mr. Lindbergh, and it never was. But even though I haven't been to hell, I can imagine it's close to being in Mr. Lindbergh's classes for the entire year. But after today, I am glad to say that I won't have to encounter him again, except maybe when I need some inspiration for the villain in my novel. That is from the first draft. I'm literally in the first draft of everything. And if it's sucky, it's because I haven't edited it yet. And this one, the final one, before time runs out, I don't have a title for this one actually. This is one of the first things that I wrote. I'm gonna call it Project Ephemeral. This one is narrated in third person. No, let's see if this one's good. Ephemeral, a beautiful word with a dark meaning. Whoever named this virus was probably a poet. They chose a word that sounded and looked beautiful, yet had a sad meaning. Ephemeral virus had the rare ability to make its victim become beautiful inside and out the first day. Then, with time, it would slowly take the victim's life away. And just like that, the victim's life would last for a short time. 5 days. 5 days left to live. 5 days left to enjoy life. Yet, they were in so much pain that those 5 days were only used for hoping that the suffering will end soon. And yeah, that is Project Ephemeral. Those were my sneak peeks to my projects, and those were my previous writings. And I think I have improved a lot since I started writing. If any of these projects, caught your attention, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching this video and for listening to my yapping and for listening to my previous really interesting writing to the most recent writing that I've done. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if you want to see something else from me in the future, something to do with writing or something that is completely new. Thank you for watching. Bye.